Hi, guys. How are you doing? It is Tuesday. And in fact, in your world, it is the last Tuesday in July. Where did the time go? So, if you've been following along in the month of July, um, a friend and I decided behind the scenes we were going to work on a little top secret project. And the wheels started turning back in May. I think it was May, and we did what we had to do to send off to each other. And once they arrived, we started filming and working. So, what is that top secret project? Well, today is episode 4, the final episode, which I'm kind of sad that it's done after this video because this was so much fun. So the person in question I am talking about is the wonderful Amie over at Hooked on Wishing. She had reached out to me and she had proposed, not that kind of proposed, but proposed a little mystery kit swap. And because we both love amigurumi so much, she thought it would be a brilliant idea for each of us to put together an amigurumi kit with a free pattern, but you kind of cut up the pattern so that the person on the other end has no clue what they're making. And you add all of the bits and bobs and yarn and notions, everything that you're going to need to make the end result. And at the very end, you get to open the basically top secret envelope um, that exposes to make sure that what you did was correct. So we got busily to work after we had discussed it, putting together our kits for each other, tracking, well, we had to track down what we wanted the other person to make or what we thought they would have fun with, and then cut up the pattern. We had to put together the little kits and we decided to pack it into 3 different sets of clues. So once you opened and we did that first opening, the box opening, and then the first clue opening on the first Tuesday in July. So if you haven't seen any of those videos, I will link the series in the description box. I will try to. Go check those out. They are so much fun. Um, but when you open your first clue, you have to make whatever pieces and parts using whatever materials are included with that. And you can't open clue 2 until you've done that. And then once you do that, you open clue 2, you work on those pieces and parts, and we film, and then we move on to clue 3. You get it. And the whole time you're trying to guess what you're making. Um, and I have to say, my head was swimming with all different kinds of guesses. Well, it could be this. No, it wouldn't be this because of this and everything. And I have been having so much fun. I'm hoping Amy has had a lot of fun on her end because I really did have a good time putting her kit together. And kind of in the back of our minds, we're hoping that maybe this could become a thing. Um, random. And I was even telling her, I think that this would be awesome as like a Christmas advent swap, a mystery Ami Christmas advent swap. Um, yeah, it's been that much fun. So on the first week, um, we opened the package right here. This was the box everything came in. Very pretty. And we had, and I'm only gonna not all of this is what I have left on the yarn materials. We had some lime green, dark olive, some purple, some yellow. We had this beautiful variegated, I think it was called meadow. I will look right here. Very pretty. And we had some dark brown. Of course, the lime green, like I said. I mean, just all fun colors. So right there, I was like, what in the world are we making? And then we opened Clue One, but we also have the nose gins pouch that I have been throwing all the little bits and bobs in here as we go. So we started off with our card opening, introducing, the project. But like I said, no identifying markers as to what you were making. We were just kind of dropping clues here and there. And each of her clues came in like this was clue number one. And there was some extra little goodies in here, like some teas and some flower seeds and a small portion of the pattern. And then we moved on after we had finished those small portions of the pattern. We moved on to clue two, and there was some bits and bobs in here. There was some more seeds. This one had forget me nots and a tea. This one was sweet grapefruit and some stickers. So once we finished all the pieces and parts that was part of this pattern, then we got to move on to clue number three, which also has some beautiful flower seeds and some tea. And each of the clues, the portions of the pattern were cut up and put, they each had their own envelope and they were marked number one, number two, and number three. And you guys would know this if you've been watching. Um, and she had put in the sheet with the abbreviations because some of these designers use a little bit different variations in abbreviations. Some of them are pretty much same format, but every now and again there'll be something that's a little different. And then we had, and I'm not going to show the whole entire pattern. We had part number one where we were making a butterfly. It says for our little creature's nose. Um, and then part number two, wait a second. We did the butterfly and we did a head and some ears. And when I did the head, I was thinking lizard turtle. But then I got to the next page and it was ears. And I was like, they don't have those. Not that stick out anyway, unless they're from a magical little fairy realm. But then, yeah, that's doable. And then we moved on to part two, and it was the body. And that variegated is called Meadow Dance. And I'm not sure. Oh, it's I love this yarn in Meadow Dance. So we did the body and we did two front paws and we did two back paws. And we showed those on our that would have been our third episode update. And then last time we opened the clues and we had to make two wings, a left and a right, because that was important. And we had to make a tail and we had to make a leaf for the tail. And we had to make two horns. And then we had to do some surgery. Yes, it was time for surgery. We were going to be putting pieces and parts together. And we were going to be doing a little bit of embroidery. And so it was time to assemble. And she did the back part of hers at the very end. There was some assembly pictures. I did not give her those. I was leaving hers a total mystery and trying to give her clues as to what she was doing. So It's so cute. I can't wait for you guys to see this. So that leaves us with showing you my end result and then opening this. It says no peeking till the end. This is the pattern and hold for your collection right here. And isn't that beautiful? So, do you guys want to see what my end result was? And we will see if it totally matches what it was supposed to. Even if it doesn't, I think this is adorable. And I love it. And I'm so happy I did this because, yeah, she is just something else. Look at my little baby dragon. And I think last week when you guys saw, I think that I was guessing a little dragon. I think I said dragon or something else. I don't remember what it was. I was guessing a little dragon when I saw we were making wings. Um, I think she is so stinking cute. There's her little horns. I decided to put the butterfly on top of her head because it was just getting in the way of the eyes if it was sitting on the nose. And there's the little ears. There's her little wings. And she's got the little leaf on the tail. Isn't she just too stinking cute? It's a baby dragon. I need to make her an egg to sit in, like a little egg nest. I think that would be too stinking cute. So let's open that envelope. Oh, I was like, where did I do with it? So excited. It's like opening like one of those formal invitations for like some kind of grand ball. But instead, we are opening this is the invitation to the reveal. And the pattern is called Leaf Dragon. Crochet pattern by Mom Cat's Crafts. And there is the cover. Leaf Dragon. So was I close? Their ears are a smidgy bit lower, and they have the back hind legs splayed. It's so stinking cute. Oh my gosh. And they use sport weight yarn, yarn art by jeans, yarn art jeans. Finger and weight for the butterfly. We just use stuff that we could find at our local craft stores like Hobby Lobby, whatever. Or if it was little bits and bobs, things from our stash. Um, there's the head, the body, front paws, back paws, the tail, the leaf on the tail, the ears, the wings. That was the left, the right, two horns, the butterfly. Then it goes into the assembly. Yes. All righty. I will definitely, I'm going to be honest. I had so much fun with this. I, I just stapled my sheets together so I wouldn't lose any. I will definitely be making this again. And the whole time I was sitting there, I was like, wouldn't that be super adorable in like some chenille or blanket yarn? Can you see it? You guys know I can see it. I like taking these itty bitty things and using the larger yarn and making them big and cuddly. So, yeah, I'm I know I'm gonna be making this again. Um, I had not seen this pattern before. So Amie was brilliant in finding something I hadn't seen. Because both of us love amigurumi so much. You kind of have to worry when you're putting together a mystery pack. Is it something they've already seen before? Um, and therefore you start worrying, okay, as they start working up, they're going to guess it because they've seen it before. And the whole idea is to try and keep it a mystery, you know? And Amie, well done. Well done. I absolutely loved working up my mystery amigurumi. We kind of set it up like, um, you know, back when I was a kid, and this is saying my age, there was a game called Mystery Date. But also I've seen over the years there's libraries that do this, some bookstores that do this, with like books that they want to clearance out, but they're not advertising them as clearance. And libraries who want to do book sales, but rather than stick them on a shelf, because a lot of people will judge a book by its cover, they will wrap them in like brown paper or pretty gift wrap, and they will sell you a mystery date with a book. And you don't know what that book is until after you purchase it. Take it home, set yourself up for a lovely date night with a book. And that is exactly what Amie and I did, but we took it to a different level with Mystery Amigurumi. Yeah, we butchered up little patterns, chopped them up so that any identifying markers as to what we were making was removed, or blacked it out if we had to. We could put some little hints and things in there. I think I used little index cards to put some little clues in Amie's pack, to keep her guessing as she was going along. But here's my little friend that now needs a little dragon egg to sit in for a little egg nest. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I really do want to make this in chenille or blanket yarn. Um, I think it would be so stinking cute. What do you guys think? Should we do it? Should we? Um, we're gonna put it on the list. I've got a lot of other things I got to get out of the way, but this one is definitely one for the books. This was one of the funnest segments I have done. Because you never knew from week to week what you were doing. And that was the beauty and the mystery of it. Amie put together a wonderful kit. I had a blast. And the whole time I was working on it, every time I opened a new clue, I was like, oh, it's going to be this. And then I would come to the next part and I'm like, nope, that guess is out of the water. And I'd be like, no, it's got to be this. And my brain kept going back to turtle. I don't know why it kept, I think it was just because of the face at first. I just kept going back to turtle. And I was like, no, because turtles don't have these pieces and parts. But my brain wanted to say turtle. Um, but I think last week I did say I think it might be a baby dragon. And she's so photogenic, isn't she though? Yes. I loves her. I loves her, Amie. I can't wait to do this in some fluffy yarn. I think it'll be adorable, giant, soft and squishy. We're gonna have to do that. So, I think I said before, the patterns that we used were free. Um, they could either be found on a blog post online, Ravelry, anywhere we could get our hot little hands on a cute Ami free pattern that we could chop up. And then for the end, we both did the same thing. We printed out the actual full pattern so that, because yeah, all those 3 weeks, they're in pieces and parts stapled together. So, like scrap pieces of paper. And that way we could have this for later on. And um, yeah, this was so much fun, guys. As you guys can tell, I'm sad to see it end, but at the same time, I have this little cutie patootie right here, but I have the pattern. So now I can make bigger versions or little. Um, it really didn't take very long to work up. The only hindrance was that before I could go to the next clue, I had to have time to film. So I was having to wait. Um, but other than that, I was having so much fun. I was having so much fun. And it was killing me not to be able to show you guys because I'm filming this in June. So, and been filming in June because we got these. See, I think she reached out in May. I think we shipped out the kits. Was it the beginning of June? And as soon as they arrived, we had to find time to start working on the pieces and parts. We had to find time to record the opening and the opening of clue number one, and then work on those pieces. And then we had to find time to record clue number two to open that up so we could start working on those pieces and parts. And yeah, um, by far one of the most favorite segments I've done. I want to thank Amy for the brilliant idea. It was a total blast, and I can't wait to see her videos. I can't. I hope she had fun making the mystery date Ami that I sent her, and I hope she decides to make more than just that one, because I think it's super adorable, super adorable. And so Amy. It is so Amy. Um, yeah, I know Amy and a lot of her likes and things like that, and I think it is so her. I think I picked a good one. At least I hope I did. So you guys are gonna have to go over and see Amy for her journey with her mystery date with an amigurumi and see how much fun she had. And I'm not going to tell you guys what it is. If you haven't been following her, I will link her in the description box. Um, and go over, watch her videos, and try and guess and see what she's making and see if she's guessing what she's making. That's going to be the fun part. I'm going to love seeing her guesses. I know I will. So hopefully we will make this a thing. I know it's not going to be like a very frequent thing, but something here and there. And hopefully we get other people on board and start doing these little mystery kit exchanges. So they can have fun with them too. Um, I really do think it would be fun to do a mystery kit advent where you break it down, you have a specific amount of parts with clues, and each part you have to include all the materials that they're going to need for to make the whole thing. You just pretend like they are starting from scratch, ground zero, and they have nothing. You just make sure they have it all, and you also put in some little fun goodies in there and everything, and some clues. So yeah, I'm excited to see if this kind of takes off and other people start doing some little mystery kit exchanges. Because I know I will. I will for sure. Um, so yeah. My little leaf dragon. As you guys can tell, I love. So I guess with that, I'm gonna let you guys go. That is the finale. What a cute little mystery date. Um, I just I'm running out of words because I was like so super excited. And especially when I started putting it together, I was just over the moon. I was like, I just cannot believe how stinking cute this thing is. Um, I love her. I do. I really do. I need to find her a name. Leaf Dragon is just too basic. And she's a sassy little one. She's not basic at all. So, I'm going to have to find a cute little catchy name for her. Something that says sass for sure. So, yeah. So, I guess with that, I'm going to let you guys go. I love you bunches. Thank you for coming along on this journey and watching us do this little mystery Ami segment. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. Um, let me know in the description box if you guys had been guessing along the way to see what we were making. I sure hope you were, because yeah, yeah. This this one is tops for 2026. Amie, well done. I love it. So with that, I am gonna let you guys go. I have some other stuff I need to get done today, and we have thunderstorms coming, and we are under flood warnings until Sunday. So, yeah. So with that, I love you guys. I hope you're having a great summer. I hope you guys have I know back to school. By the time you're seeing this, it's almost time for back to school. What? Where is the time going? I got lost in mine because I had a mystery date with an Ami. I love you guys. Bye for now.